Hello, 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 everybody. Let's hope that everything is good and that no scuff happens. I don't like it when scuff happens, especially when this is my first stream back in a very, very long time. Can everybody hear me so far? There's only 3 people in the chat that I can see, but hey, that's 3 more people than I was expecting, honestly. Heck yeah. People hearing me is good. I like that. And let's go over here. Aha! I can see you guys. Okay. First off, I want to thank B101. I don't know how that is supposed to be pronounced in terms of name, but thank you for following. Um, so, as I said before, today we're going to be opening up some Ravnica Remastered draft boosters. And I am going to be recording this, like, the VOD is going to, I don't know if I'm going to put the VOD up exactly, but what I'm going to do is I'm going to put up the recording. I'm gonna do like a clean take of it before I like start properly opening up stuff, and I'm gonna upload like an edited version of it, uh, and an edited version of the super secret surprise thing that we're doing. So let's just get right into it. Hello. Good evening, darlings and deviants. My name is Lucy, and I'm just a little loony. Today, we're going to be opening up some draft boosters of Ravnica Remastered. And, oh, hello. Thank you for the follow, El Hijo. We're going to do some openings of Ravnica Remastered. So, basically, what we're going to do is open these up, sort them up, and then I have a special surprise after we get all the packs opened up. So, let's just get right on into it. Let's move to... Oh! Fancy transition. Ah! So, I really like how Ravnica Remastered is aesthetically. I love anime arts. I love all the cool reprints in it. It is a little expensive, but we don't go into that here. So, oh, I know that feeling. I know that feeling a lot. So, to get at these booster packs, we need to pierce the veil of capitalism. And the only way I knew to do that is with a very specific tool. A knife. So, let's get right into it. Ah! What? Ah! Okay. We have pierced the veil. Now we must rip it apart. Box opening ASMR. I am armed and dangerous. And I have 2 of them, see? So, the camera is a little zoomed in. I might zoom out once we're done opening this stuff properly. But... Ba, ba, ba. What? It's not very... Oh, ba, ba, ba. Tried to be all dramatic, and Box did not want to agree with me. Alright. So, we have, I believe it's 36 packs. Let's get these all out of here. Yeah. Toss the box to the side. That is true. Can't win the game if there's no opponents. I read that somewhere. It should be. I don't know how legal it is, but you know. So, let's get right on into it. I'll put these off to the side, actually. Let's start off with the first pack. So, I really like how this set's been turning out. I didn't get to draft last night. I was a little bit late to my LGS's draft, so that's unfortunate. Let's see, how are these collated? We have the token, a Bird Illusion. We have a Rakdos Guildgate. Okay, so all the cool stuff is in the front. Got it. You have Demir House Guard, Fear, Sacrifice a Creature, Regenerate. This card is unironically really good in a lot of different decks. Being able to pay 3 mana to tutor up your 4-drop is more... It's better than you'd think it would be. Ooh, that's a really good one to start off. A Mizzix Mastery. Exile target card that's instant, or a sorcery from your graveyard. For each card exiled this way, you copy it, and you may cast the copy without paying its mana cost, exile it. But it also has Overload, for 5 red, red, red to get all of the things. I'll put the rares off to the side as well. We have a Golgari Thug, a good card for Dredge. We have Utopia Sprawl. This is an excellent ramp. Let's actually organize these by color. Black. I'll put the old cards in there unless they're like a rare or something. Mana Fixing and tokens off to the side. We have a green. We have an Is It Guild Mage? I think this is probably one of the worst Guild Mages, at least if you're doing it in limited. Because, you know, copying something for 2 or less for 3 is not always great. But a 2/2 for 2 in Simic is sometimes necessary. So, multicolored, we'll put that over there. We have a Rampaging Rinhorn, just a very good green common. Footlight Fiend. This card, like, I loved this back in, I believe it was Ravnica Legions? I don't think it was Guilds. I like this card in that. Cloudfin Raptor. Baller card. Azorius Arrestor. Less baller card. Sinister Sabotage. This was one of my favorite cards when I first started playing the game. Thanks for the message, Lasco24 in WN. Oh, spicy. Okay. You're getting a block, I'm sorry. I gotta go to Twitter on that. Not Twitter. Do Twitch have the thing? Sorry, you're catching a block, I'm sorry. If you're real. But I don't believe you are. Block. I don't know if that blocks them from chatting. I'm not very familiar with Twitch. Anyway, Interceptor's there. Keymaster Rogue can't be blocked. 4 mana, 3/2, when enters battlefield, bounce a creature. This sounds like it's a really bad value, but actually I think it's really good. Like, it could just get through a lot. Especially there's a lot of auras in this set. Making it unblockable is pretty sweet. Balustrade Spy. Legacy staple. Not really a legacy staple, but Secure the Critics. Very good burn card. Taste for Mayhem. I haven't actually seen this card. 1 red, enchanted creature gets +2/+2, and Hellbent it gets +2, an extra +2 if you have no cards in hand. That's pretty neat. Goes on the Keymaster Rogue pretty well. Although if you're in blue-red, I don't think that's exactly something you're going to be doing. That was not bad. Not bad for a first pack. But they can definitely be better. I'm definitely looking for some like anime arts. Obviously, cyclonic riffs and the like. Let's try to... I can do it under the table. I think it's 3 and we put the token in the back. And then we could just go through... Oh, nope. I somehow managed to skip directly to the rare. Priest of Forgotten Gods, 1 in black. Sack some creatures, get some mana, draw some cards. Pretty good. Cartel Aristocrat. Named the Aristocrat archetype. Along with Falcon Wrath Aristocrat back in Innistrad. Pacific Saber gets 1 +1 for each of its colors. It's an okay equipment. Devouring Light is an amazing combat trick. Forced Adaptation. Enchanted Creature. This card can get out of hand very quickly. Band together, up to 2 guarded creatures. It's just a bite spell for 2 creatures. Syndicate Messenger. Radical Idea. Vidalcan Mesmerist. Orzhov Enthusiast. Orzhov Euthanist. 2 different things. Euthanism and enthusiasm are 2 different things. It has Haunt whenever it dies, exile it, taunting a creature. Whenever it enters the battlefield, or the creature it haunts dies, destroy target creature that was out damage this turn. That was probably premium removal back when it first came out. Bojack Bodyguard, Debtor's Transport. Then here's the spicy stuff that I sent to the bottom, to the back. We have a Simic Sig. Oh, right, because they have the mana fixing slot. I forgot to count for that. We have a foil Scab Clan Mauler, but there's 2 with Trample. Bad. And a Old Border Demir Guildgate. So, I'm not really a fan of Guildgates in Commander, but let me try to... I'll put the color fixing there. I'm not a huge fan of Guildgates in Commander, but these look sick as heck. So, I will allow it. More packs! More packs! Opening up more packs! I think I'm just gonna say screw it and just like have the fancy stuff be put up down in the front. Got a goblin token. We got an Azorius Guildgate. A foil siege worm. This card's actually really good. Like, if you haven't played with like Convoke, it's a really good mechanic, especially if there's any sort of token generation in the set. A 5/5 with like a 7-mana 5/5 with trample is like baseline vaguely playable at your high end. But let's be real. This is not costing 5. This is probably like 3-4 mana for a 5/5 with trample. It's just cracked. And old border. Totally lost. It's filled with it. Removal spell. 5 mana. Put target non-land permanent on top of its owner's library. Deals with almost anything. Ooh, and our first legendary. Lazav the Multifarious. He can surveil when he ETBs, and he can become a copy of anything in your graveyard specifically that has mana value X by paying X. Except it's, still Lazav. But I want to put the legendaries off to the side because there's a lot of cool ones here. We have Gate Colossus, if you want to play with all of the gates. I'm running out of space to put these. Colorless cards, I'll put over here. Another Utopia Sprawl, like that. Mayhem Devil, whenever a player sacrifices a permanent, deal 1 damage to any target. My boy Philippe! Gather Courage, just a really solid combat trick, +2/+2 for it. Most of the time this is free. We have a Wild Cantor, 1/1, sacrifice it, add 1 mana of any color. Radical Idea, draw a card, jumpstart. Azorius Arrestor, we have one of those already. A Whisper... Oh, Whisper Agent. It's a Whisper Agent, guys. Whisper. We have a Scorched Rusolka, sacrifice a creature. We have a lot of sacrifice stuff here. If we have like a Rakdos sacrifice deck in this limited pool, this would be pretty rad. Ill-Gotten Inheritance is annoying in limited. But oddly enough, like, back in the day, you could take, like, 4, 5, you would just take all of these that you got in a draft. But, like, in this format, I think you only want to take 1 or 2, because you can just get run over very easily. And a Wojak Bodyguard. So I think I'm going to start speeding past the commons and uncommons, because we're seeing some of the, like, big ones already. Goblin, Guildgate. Woo! Sphinx's Revelation in the Old Border. So, oddly enough, this one is like the worst of the Old Border stuff because we've already had this in the Old Border, I'm pretty sure. Though I don't know if it was in the Ravnica Sphinx art. I know we have it in the Old Border from the Urza Commander deck in Brothers War, but I don't remember actually if it had if it was the old Sphinx's Rev art. That goes in the rare pile. Speaking of Azorius cards, we have a Sky Hussar. Untap all creatures you control. And it can draw a card by doing forecast shenanigans. Forecast was a weird mechanic. You had to pay and reveal this to do a thing. We have Overwhelm. Convoke. Creatures you control get +3/+3 until end of turn. This is not an Overwhelm. Because you have to kind of pay with your creatures to buff your creatures, but the creatures tap so they can't attack it. I don't like it. Condemn. This is a really solid. It used to be more solid in Commander because you can tuck your opponent's commanders before they got rid of the tuck rule. But it's still okay. 1 mana removes something. It's not quite Swords to Plowshares, but sometimes it does the same thing. And sometimes it's better, because it gets to the bottom of their deck. Well, no, I think Exile's just always better, isn't it? Another Footlight Fiend, Rampager Grindhorn, Slitherhead. This was a card that, like, when I first saw it, I was like, this card is either really good or really bad. And as I got to be a better Magic player, I realized it's really bad. Goblin Electromancer, a really good card. Goblin Electromancer is like right alongside like those cards that I talked about in my pet card video, where it's just like the Izzet were such a like fundamental way of how I like became a Magic player that like if like if my first set was not near a Ravnica set, I don't know if I'd still be playing Magic. Like if I came in Theros, well, no, Theros would probably have sold me. Greek mythology is my jam. But it didn't hurt the fact that there was a bunch of crazy wizards next door. With a Dalkin Mesmerist, whenever it attacks, it makes a creature weaker. Keening Apparition. This card used to be. I always said this was like sleeper playable in Commander, but we got Cathar Commando, and that card's just like infinitely better. Flash in a 3/1 is better than a regular 2/2. Another Taste for Mayhem. Another Ill-Gotten Inheritance. Burning Tree Vandal, Riot 2/1, lets you loot whenever it attacks. And a Blind Hunter. Flying Haunt whenever it enters the battlefield, or the creature it haunts dies. Target player loses 2 life, and you gain 2 life. Really aggressive Orzhov card, honestly. Alright. We're not doing too bad, but we also haven't opened any Shocklands, and I would, obviously love to open Shocklands. I also opened the pack. Okay. Got a Spirit. Got a Guildgate. We got a Green Ghost Command to make 2 Gobos. Quasi-Duplicate. I love cards that make weird tokens, and this makes a token of a target creature you control with Jumpstart. I like it. Voyager Staff. What is this? 1 for an artifact, 2 sacrifice it, exile target creature. Oh, it's a blink. It's half of a Flicker Wisp. I like it. We have a Murmuring Mystic, 1/5. I love this card. Whenever you cast an instant sorcery, you make a Burb Illusion. You played a Runeclad deck as is it tokens deck? I have done a little bit of it. I played a Runeclad deck. I really like it, but I think the Runeclad deck that I had turned into that Gremlin guy that makes he doesn't care about how many artifact tokens you have. He cares about the different named ones that you have. That one I really like. But they do different things. My friend has a Runeclad deck, and it's just super cracked. We have a Orzhov Guildmage. This card will just win you the game. It will just win you the game. That's full stop. If it goes to a board stall, this card wins you the game. Another Forced Adaptation. Verandi Shieldmate, 2/2 Vigilance. I hate this. Krakenura. Reach, Evolve, 1/3. Evolve is weird, and it was funny because whenever it was coming out, nobody really you had to read it, and then you read it again, and then you're like, oh, that's how it works. So it triggers if a creature with greater power or toughness comes into play. A lot of people read that as and or just power. So if a 2/2 comes into play, you make this a 2/4. That gets really good really fast. Oh, we got a Persistent Petitioners. Woo! 1 target player removes a card. Just a bunch of mill stuff. I'm gonna put that off to the side because I think that card's actually worth a little bit of money. Wisp Agent. Eyes in the Skies. This card's cracked. This card's first pickable. In almost every draft format. 2/2 flyers is fine. 2 1/1 flyers is fine. But if you get anything that makes a bigger token than a 1/1 flyer, this card gets nuts very quickly. Another Balustrade Spy. Not when I said it was a legacy staple, I was joking. Farmer Core, Sky Knight Legionnaire. You want as many of these as you can get in a draft. If I could have a deck of 17 Sky Knight Legionnaires, 17 lands, and then 6 more Skylight Legionnaires, I would probably play that. I would probably want, slightly better curve, but I would play a deck full of these. Next up, we've got... Oh, we're already 20 minutes in. This was going longer than I anticipated. I might need to speed this up a little bit. If I want to get to the secret thing I have planned. Zambi. Azorius Signet. Woo! Old Border Cyclonic Rift. Love that. Love that to death. Give me that. Line up the stage. Really good in decks that can deal damage. Golgari Thug. Mistral Charger, Raider Moss Dog, another Croconura, Morning Thrall. This card's really good, flying and not. And another Persistent Petitioners. Let's go. We have a Canning Apparition. We've got a Downsize. All right, I'll get it. Mom, get the sleeve. I have a few sleeves off to the side here, so we'll put a few sleeves. Basilica Guards, another Dimir House Guard, another value. We're just gonna build like the Legacy lands deck there, and a Mugging deals 2 damage to target creature. That card's good. I like a Shocking Limited. Right. The packs have not been opening smoothly, but they've been gifting me with value, so I am okay with it. We got an Orzhov Signet. I love that they reprinted the Signets here. Like, I know that they can have Clue Stones, but we've gotten only Signets, so, you know. We have a Makeshift Battalion. We have an Old Border Putrefy. That actually looks really cool. That looks like a really cool, like, if you showed me this and you're like, oh yeah, this card's from, like, 1999, I'd be like, yeah, that tracks. I could believe that. Oh, wait, what? Oh, because it's... I wish they would put the good stuff at the back, because, like, I don't know what this is. Anyway, we have Revival Revenge. Return target creature with mana value 3 less from your graveyard to the battlefield. That's unironically a pretty good, like, reanimation effect. On the other half of it is Revenge. 4 white, black, double your life total. Target opponent loses half your life rounded up. That could just kill somebody if you do it at 40, right? Because you double it to 80, and then they lose half their life. Oh, their life. So it can only half their life. Understood. Reading the card explains the card. Golgari Find Broker. Love cards like this. Returns a target permanent. Bloodfray Giant. Trample. Unleash 4/3. Azorius Just a card. Detaining things. Detaining's dumb. Do not detain me. Raider Moss Dog. Mephitic Vapors. Creatures get -1/-1. Drift of Phantasms. Another Radical Idea. Basilica Guards. Macabre Waltz. Where's the backwards? There it is. Northern Scorcher Skelka and a Burn Bright. Putrefy is so cool. I love it. It's one of those cards that I'm like, I know there's more efficient cards that remove things in green-black. Assassin's Trophy for one. But, like, come on. Putrefy is cool. Opa. We got an Elf Knight. We got an Izzy Guildgate. Woo! Watery Grave. Let's go. Mom, get the sleeve again. And it's like, hide what else is here. Put the Watery Glaive in the sleeve. We've got a Plague Crafter. Debt to the Debtless. This is unironically just a fireball in Orzhov, like, for real. We have a Conclave Cavalier. 4/4 makes 2/2 knights when it dies. Yeah, like, well, we are... Nah, this box is cracked already. If this box continues treating me well, like, we're gonna be fine here. Auroch Giant, Brushface Recruit, Repeal, Thrill Kill Assassin. This is one of my favorite cards to say the name of. Thrill Kill Assassin. Wojciech Bodyguard, and another Dimir House Guard. We're getting a lot of copies of commons and such, which is good. I like getting repeats of commons, especially if they're playable. Alright, we have an Elf Knight, Dimir Guildgate. Ooh, Old Border Utopia Sprawl. Love how that looks. Woo! Massacre Girl! I love her! And she's anime! I love it! And she's legendary! We put her with the legendaries. Worm Weaver Coil. Enchant green creature. Gets +6/+6. Ooh, Lightning Helix. About to be reprinted into Standard. Devouring Light again. Forced Adaptation. Verandi Shieldmate. Leapfrog. Okay, well, don't go too far, El Hijo. Because don't forget, Tace is in the set as well. There are some... Well, I guess... Spoilers for the Magic story, but Tace is not doing too hot, from what I hear. So, maybe Massacre Girl is best girl by elimination. Another Thrill Kill Assassin, Burn Bright, and another Blind Hunter. Alright. More packs. Massacre Girl was definitely one I wanted to get in the anime art treatment. Less so to have an anime art treatment because I have the secret lair. But, you know, it's nice to have cute anime girls. Maybe she killed her to get first place? Uh-oh. We have Sphinx, Oro's Guildgate, Fancy Old Art Arboreal Grazer. Ooh, not Teysa, and also another dead girl, but Savra, Queen of the Golgari, 2 black-green. For whenever you sacrifice a black creature, you may pay 2 life. If you do, each other player sacrifices a creature, and whenever you sacrifice a green creature, you gain 2 life. Love that. Rakdos Pit Dragon gains flying until end of turn. If Massacre Girl killed Teysa, at least you'll be equipped with all. Okay, so I actually got the news from Amelia. Apparently, it's a different murder. Like, it's not that. Like, I was like, oh, like I heard about Teysa, like, but I wasn't here, right? And she's like, oh no, it's a different one. I'm like, what do you mean? But apparently, she's like waiting to get permission to brief me on stuff. So, Is that another bot? I'm sorry for calling you. Get out of my stream. Catch these hands. Rakdos Pit Dragon. Ooh, Rhythm of the Wild. Very good uncommon. Creature special control can be countered. Non-token creatures you control have Riot, which means they can get a +1/+1 counter, or Haste. Herber's Protector. This is a really good blink target because it's a 6 mana for a 4/4 with flying, basically. But if you can blink the 1/1, this can go crazy. Silhana Ledgewalker. The bane of your existence if your opponent has multiple of these in their pool, because you can't block except with creatures with flying, and it has hexproof. Not a lot of ways to deal with this. Another Wild Cantor, a Siege Worm, Makeshift Battalion, Karam. The next 1 damage that would be dealt to target creature this turn is dealt to another target creature instead. Draw card. It draws a card, maybe saves a creature. I played in limited. Downsize. Blade Brand. Mugging. Gob Hobbler Rats. I didn't know this card existed. That is such a funny name. A Gob Hobbler. What's your profession? Oh, I'm a Gob Hobbler. Who hurt you to make that the name of your profession? I'm a self-proclaimed Gob Hobbler. We have a bird. A Demir Signet. Love that. Ooh! Foil Old Border Lightning Helix. Pretty. I'm definitely playing that in a standard deck. Hopefully. We got another Devouring Light, but this one's in the old border. Copy Enchantment. So, when I first started playing the game, Copy Enchantment was like $1 million. But as the years have gone on, it's just kind of gotten power crept out and just gotten worse and worse. However, I think Copy Enchantment's still really good. If you can like, did we get all the Esper charms? We've had Demir Signet, Orzhov Signet, Azoria Signet, Celestia Signet, and 1,000 Civic. So we're gonna put that over there. Copy Enchantment, good. Copying enchantments is good, if that makes sense. Vindictive Vampire. Whenever another creature you control dies, deals 1 damage to each opponent, you gain 1 life. So I don't like Zulaport Cutthroat is really good. So we could, we do have the things that we need to play Esper. Yeah, we've got the trifecta there. I like playing more ping effects like this. Silent Dart. I'm not going to talk about this. This card's kind of really, really bad. Ooh, Mori. Beginning of your keep, you lose a life, but it's a 4/4 with flying for 4. Which, like, nowadays, it's like, yeah, that's what you pay for something like that. But back in this day, like, you didn't get 4/4 with flying for 4. You were lucky if you got like a 2/2 for 4. Actually, I think you were lucky if you got a 2/2 for 5 back then. Hey, look, more Demir cards. Warded Strider, when it dies, return to your hand. I thought this card was crazy when I started playing. I'm like, you mean it never dies? And then I learned very quickly what tempo is. Arboreal Grazer. Summary Judgment. Casmina's Transmutation. Totally Lost. Fibbletips back. Debtor's Transport. Oh, I don't think I've talked about Afterlife. Afterlife is Afterlife X, and you get some tokens with flying whenever it dies. I really like those kinds of effects in Limited specifically, because it gives it makes all of your cards kind of 2-for-1 most of the time. I like it. Burning Prophet, whenever you cast a non-creature spell, it gets a little buff. Last Gasp, target creature gets -3/-3 until end of turn. Nothing really crazy yet in those packs, but hey, they can't all be bangers. I wish they could all be bangers, but they can't. We have a Spirit Token. We have a Guild Gate. We have a Guild Gate. Old Border. Ooh! Liliana Dread Horde General. Love my girl. Liliana. Let's get her into a sleeve, because that card's like $20. Whenever a creature dies, you draw a card, which is obviously really good. And you create a 2/2 black zombie creature token for 1. Each player sacrifices 2 creatures. Each opponent chooses a permanent they control of each permanent type and sacrifices the rest. Correct me if I'm wrong. Oh, nope, there's like 4 other planeswalkers in the set. So we got the best one. Although I don't know if they're all at Mythic. Like, I don't think Ralzerek's at Mythic. I think he might be a rare. I know Domiraid's a Mythic, and that feels bad. We have Rakdos Firewheeler. This is probably one of the worst, in my opinion, of the, this kind of cycle of cards. But it's not bad. Shocking a creature when it comes into play is okay. I just wish it had an evasion ability. Like this one. The Sphinx of New Prov is like the same thing but for Azorius, but it's a 4/3 with flying and vigilance and has kinda sorta ward too. It not exactly, because unlike ward where it counters it, so if the spell can't be countered, you can kinda negate it, but this one you gotta pay the 2 no matter what, so it's better ward. Ooh, is it Charm? Counter target creature spell, its controller pays 2. Draw 2, discard 2, or just deal 2 to a creature. Fists of Ironwood, fantastic in the Celestia decks. Make 2 1/1s. Another Mortis Strider. Tempo exists. Open the gates. Get a basic land or a gate. Compulsive Research. Target player draws 3 cards. Imagine if you could make a creature draw 3 cards. Draws 3 cards and discarding unless you discard a land card. Another Totally Lost. Armory Guard. Blade Brand. Burning Prophet, and a Call of the Conclave. Really good Celestia card. Alright. So, I'm unironically really happy with this box already, and we're still, opening good cards. So we've got Domiraid's, his emblem. We've got, is it Guildgate? We have an Old Border Sword of the Perunes. I did not know that this card came out in Ravnica. I thought it was a Mirrodin card for the longest time for some reason. As long as the equipped creature is tapped creatures get +2/+0, so if you're attacking, they get buff. And if they're untapped, their butts get bigger. I'll put that with the rares. Skullcrack. Modern Burn Staple, deals 3 damage. Another Sphinx of New Prov, another Lightning Helix, another Morning Thrall. Arboreal Grazer. Merfolk of the Depths, 4/2 with Flash for 6. I'm never really excited for that one. Ice in the Sky. Another Repeal. Keening Apparition. Leapfrog. Blade Brand. Burning Tree Vandal. An Ill-Gotten Inheritance. Alright, let's see. More packs, more packs. Luckily, I think the editing I'm going to be faster. I'll probably just end up cutting like the commons and uncommons there, unless there's like something specific that I want to talk about there. We have goblins. We have a Golgari signet. Love that. Woo! Old Border Coiling Oracle is nice. Love that. Void Slime. You good, Void Slime? Doesn't look like he is. For green, blue, blue, you counter basically anything in the game. Spell, activated ability, triggered ability. Anything except conceding the game, because conceding the game does not use the stat. At the stage, ooh, Remand. Good, well, it used to be a good modern card. I'm not sure if it is nowadays. We have the Gruul Guildmage, sacking a land to deal 2 damage to a player or planeswalker, or giving a creature +2/+2. That second ability is probably the one that's much more relevant. Another Gather Courage, another Greater Mossdog, a Shieldmate, Bulwark Giant, Basilica Guards, Helium Squirter, Drillkill Assassin, Bomber Core, and a Blind Hunter. Alright, more packs, more packs. So, while I'm opening these packs, have you guys been enjoying this set? Like, has anybody gotten to draft it so far? Got a Beast. Got another Selesnya Signet. Ooh, Old Border Mythic Master of Cruelties. It's Demon First Strike and Death Touch, but if it attacks and isn't blocked, the life total becomes 1. Kalia loves this card. I think it's okay. I don't think it's worth anything, so I'm not going to get a sleeve for it. But, that off to the side. Skullcrack. Moldervine Cloak. +3/+3 with Dredge. This card's insane. If you want to win your limited games of Ravnica Remastered, have we got what now? Have you gotten to draft this set? Like, has anybody gotten to go out and draft it, or, just open packs? How's people's experience been with it so far? Glorspur Shaman, Helium Squirter, Summary Judgment, another Koron, Debtor's Transport, Burning Tree Vandal, Sewer Shambler. It has Swamp Walk. Oh wait, Swamp Walk is probably one of the best ones. Swamp Walk and Forest Walk, because you can use Yavimaya or Orberg to make these happen to everybody. This card's bad though. Undercity's Embrace, target opponent sacrifices their creature. If you control a creature with power 4 greater, gain 4 life. Open sesame. Got Angel, Demir Guildgate, Foil Is It Guildgate. Ooh, Old Border Experiment 1. I like how that looks. Phytohydra, 2 green, white, for 1/1. That's bad. If damage would be dealt to Phytohydra, put that many +1/+1 counters on it. That's good. Cast this with Blasphemous Act and feel very smart. 2 arms! Untap all creatures you control. Draw a card. Unironically, probably one of the best, not one of the best, but one of the funniest combat tricks, where you swing out with all your creatures, and they're like, okay, we'll kill you on the crackback, and you're like, no. And the next one is Farseek, good ramp spell. Just, good commander staple. Another Experiment 1, another Krakenura, Demolish, bad. Another Persistent Petitioners. We've almost got a playset, but then we can go beyond and put in more. Enclave Equinaut. That's a really good card for draft. Impulsive Research, Disembowel, Scorched Rasulka, and Gobhobler Rats. Because of unsavory recurring. Oh, hello! Is Mustard okay? Thank you for the follow. Welcome to the show. That sounds like the most generic, Twitch thing to say ever. Welcome to the show. But, I run a circus. What else would I call it? Well, we got a bird. We got a Guildgate. We got another Moroi, 4/4 flyer. We got another Guildgate. Okay. Ooh! I think this is probably one of my favorite split cards. Expansion Explosion. The blue lets you Blue, blue, or red, red. Lets you copy target instant sorcery spell with value 4 or less. You may choose a new target for the copy, of course. But Explosion is just Fireball, and I believe it's Mind... It's Mind Sculpt or something? No. It's, the blue, blue... I'm... Brain, please. It's 2 red X spells stapled to each other. You draw X cards and deal X damage to target player. Or creature, I think. Mausoleum Turnkey. Turn trigger your opponent's choice from your graveyard to your hand. Bad. Golgari Guildmage. 5 mana, sacrifice a creature. Return target creature from your graveyard to your hand. That is cracked. Maybe. Take a seat and enjoy the show. Yeah, that sounds better. We'll workshop it. Azorius Guildmage. This card, also good. Tapping creatures is good. You can play this in Hilda to tap creatures. Drudge Beetle. This is probably like the best scavenge card as like aesthetic in my opinion. Because it's just 2 mana for a 2/2 bear in the early game. In the late game, you can staple on and give you an actual creature a good buff. More Merfolk of the Depths. Casmina's Transformation. Conclave Equinaut. Repeal Valmaka. Gobhobbler Rats, and a Burglar Rat. Rats, 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 rats. Wait, no, I'm on Twitch. Rats, rats, weirdo rats. We pray at night, we stalk at night. Weirdo rats. We got an Elf Knight. Woo, Blood Crypt, woo! Shockland, we got a Shockland. Woo! Okay, spoiled myself because I was getting a sleeve. Old Border Persistent Petitioners, putting our Persistent Petitioner count to 4. Oh, pretty! Pretty women. Pretty woman. Divine Visitation. Whenever one or more creature tokens would be created under your control, make that many 4/4 white angel creature tokens instead. I don't know if this is worth money, but it's getting the sleeve anyway. Because pretty women. Frilled Mystic, enters the battlefield, counter target spell. This card actually was one of my favorite cards in Ravnica Eldraine Standard because there's a really cool blue-green flash deck, which then leaked into Pioneer, but then became just Blue-White Spirits because it's the same thing but better. Stab Wound. Great limited card. Cerulean Sphinx. Another okay limited card. Open the Gates. Another Ledgewalker. Arrestor Zeal. A little bit of buff. Chrome. Downsize. The Mirror House Guard. Burning Prophet. Another Skylight Legionnaire. Love drafting these. Let's do a bit of... I think we're almost halfway through the box, so let's try doing a little bit of organization. Ah! The trash. It's encroaching on my domain. I just want to be a little organized. No. Okie dokie. I'm sorry for the no music. Like, I love playing music, but I don't want to get copyright struck, even though I don't make money off of this. I don't know. Let's quick count. We have 6, and they all look about even, so 18. Yeah, I think that's exactly halfway through, actually. And as an update on what we've got in terms of value, we have 3 cool legendaries. We have pretty women. More pretty women. And a total of... I thought I had more... we only have 2 Shocklands, a Blood Crypt and a Watery Grave, but we also got an Old Border Cyclonic Rift. Which, funnily enough, I have not owned a Cyclonic Rift in like 5 years. I just have never bought one, and I never got around to owning one. I didn't proxy one either. I just have been playing Cyclonic. I've been playing Riftless. Hashtag going Riftless. We got a dragon. We got a Guildgate. We got a Viper. Ooh, Lavinia Azorius Renegade. Really like this card. I mean, they are very expensive. I do not like Cyclonic Rift is also just like it's a panic button that sometimes you have to play, but like what nobody likes it when you play a Cyclonic Rift unless you're winning the game. Well, El Hijo, maybe stick around until we're done opening the box, and I'll show you what deck it goes in. We got a Lavinia. We got a Gutter Snipe. Don't forget, I am doing a little bit of deck building after this, but I got some tricks up my sleeve for what might make it pretty fun. True Fire Captain. Titanic Brawl. Spell costs 1 less. That's +1 counter. It's a fight spell. Demolish. Equinite. I think I'm just gonna like start speeding through these because it's just commons. Gutter Snipe is very cool. I love Gutter Snipe. He's not my boy though. Like, my Izzet boys are more about casting big spells. Gutter Snipe wants you to cast a bunch of tiny spells. My Izzet boys cast big spells. Centaur. Izzet Guildgate. Fate's Fetters. So, one complaint I have about the old Magic border. White letters on white background is awful. That is bad visual design. Like, on here, it's fine. On here, it's fine. White on white is bad. I do not like it. Response Resurgence. #1 Boros card that I always want to play, but don't because it's kind of doo-doo. 5 mana, creature you control get first strike and vigilance until end of turn. After this main phase, there's additional combat phase for Resurgence. The response is just deal 5 to target attacking or blocking creature. Though, I have played this in just Boros decks. Response kills a lot of things, actually. It kills a lot without really... It's very unassuming, I should say. Loaming Shaman shuffles a Graveyardian. Sky Hussar. Brilliant Sphinx. Judge is familiar. Rootborn Defenses. This card's actually pretty good, and I think token decks need to play this more. It kind of got replaced by Grand Crescendo, but if you are playing white and make weird or big tokens, giving all of them indestructible and making another copy of it is pretty sweet. Quench. Quench your thirst with cactus juice. See? This one just looks better because it's black letters on a white background. It just like looks more aesthetically pleasing. It's only on the white cards though. All the other old border Magic cards look sweet. I just wish they added a little bit more drop shadow to the text. Another Coiling Oracle and a Blade Juggler. Despite them, reprinting a bunch of the old legendaries, we've only gotten like 4 of them. It's kind of weird. Got a Worm. Got a Signet Guildgate. Ooh, Arclight Phoenix. Stay. Arclight Phoenix. Got a rare. Siege of Towers. Turn your lands into dupes. Sunder Shaman. Can't be blocked by more than one creature. Not Menace, but a 4-mana 5/5 is kinda nuts. Selesnya Evangel. 1 tap and tap an untapped creature to make a 1/1. Border Strider. We're just gonna get through these really quickly. I think we've seen all of these by now. Good job. No, Mustard, it's not Flashback. It's got, like, Undying or something. It's a creature. It can't have Flashback. That's the joke. That's the joke. There is no more joke here. Spirit Rakdos Signet. For old school Boros Guildgate. We keep getting Planeswalkers. I'm not gonna get a sleeve for Domri. I think he's worth like $3, but hey, Domri. Rest in peace, Domri. You will be missed. Actually, no, you won't. You kind of sided with Bolas. Ultimate Price, destroy a mono-colored creature. Junk Troller. Quicken Mention! It's a Quicken! It's really funny that I decided to make that pet card video. And Quicken is in the Ravnica Remastered set. and I decide to open up Ravnica Remastered on stream. I would like to say that was on purpose. I can't say it was on purpose. Fist of Ironwood, Trudge Beetle, Wild Cantor, Kiora's Dambreaker, Whisper Agent, Armored Guard, Call of a Conclave, Watchable but Better, better, Shadow Valley Denizen, and a Greater Forgeling. Cha! More packs, more packs. I think the scene is slightly zoomed in, actually. And I thought it was going to be worse with the packs, but I think I could just, like, bring it up if there. So I think I'm going to real quick. Can I... Studio mode? Can I go here? Oh. I want to put it back to the normal size. And see if that looks better for you guys. Fit to screen. And then we can upsize it a little bit because the camera's in a weird position. That puts me in a weird position. That off the side. Do it live! Ah. Oh, go back. Uh-oh. Everything's fine. There is no scuff, I swear. Ah! I lied. There's scuff. There. And now there's... There I am. Aha. Okay, we're back. I think. Can everybody see me? Is the scuff begun? Anyway, Sapperling. Simic Signet. Ooh, I really like this Cloudfin Raptor. I really like this Cloudfin Raptor. Because just the simple flying and evolve in the middle. Love that. Ooh, Stitching Time. Flip a coin. If you win the flip, take an extra turn. I have lost several flips with this card. Not in a coin flip deck. I like casting it a million times. But then, losing all the flips. Because I'm very unlucky. Horus Guild Mage. Things get haste, things get first strike. I like that they reprinted the Guild Mages for the limited environment here. Because, I'll be real. Every time, they nailed them right the first time. Every time after that, they were worse in some form or fashion. They had to tap, they were multicolored, they were just worse, etc., etc. Aetherplasm. Whoa, Bringer Demon. Oh, I put this here. For Sprouting Renewal, very good card. Deputy of Acquittals, Kiora's Dambreaker, Faith's Fetters, Greater Forgeling, Call of the Conclave, and a Disembowel. But we got that big camera. I thought it would look worse. I wanted to zoom it in for the pack, but I guess, this just kind of looks better. Unless you're thinking about, unless you're trying to be like, oh yeah, she's so neat and tidy. She knows what she's doing. No, I don't. Let's get this all organized a bit. The wrappers are encroaching upon my domain. It's an aesthetic choice. It's an aesthetic choice. I'm not being overrun by garbage. I'm being overrun by garbage. Send help. Send help, chat. Okay, more packs. Gabo. Is it Signet? Mate, is it a Signet? It is. I am totally the first one to make that joke. Seal of the Guild Pact. Thanks. Demon Fire. It's Fireball. but different. Experiment 1, Sun Home Stalwart, Arboreal Grazer, Big Vapors, Forced Landing, Mr. Zeal, Hero's Dawnbreaker, Forest Elite. Goblin Electromancer! Go, Greater Forgeling, Last Gasp. We are running low on packs, and we only have 2 shock names. It seems like we hit the fire. If only it... Yeah, it's just like... You choose 2 colors. Each spell costs... Like, if it was a little bit less... Yeah, it's just... 4 mana, maybe? I don't know how to make that card better. We have a Rhino. We have a Simic Guildgate. We have a Rakdos Guildgate. We have a Sure and a Symbol. 2 Selesnya mana for put a +1/+1 counter on a creature. Really good combat trick. Or make 3 2/2s with Vigilance. Do you think Heal Bent will be brought back as a mechanic? So, I could see it coming back. The problem is, Hellbent sucks. It's not a bad mechanic, it's just like, if you're not, like, people like having cards in their hand. Like, people like, if there's one thing that Magic players love, it is drawing cards and value. There's a reason Reliquary Tower is put into more decks than it should be. Homing Lightning deals 4 damage to a creature. It has other text, but it basically just deals 4 damage to a creature. Sharked Crab! Simic Guildmage. A lot of weird stuff there. Merfolk of the Depth. Drudge Beetle. Winch. Arrested Seal. Another Rootboard Defenses. Cloudfin Raptor. I think we almost have a playset, which would be nice to have a playset of that art. Macabre Waltz. I think Hellbent is really cool. It's just, like, hard to design cards that feel good with it. Alright, we have a Spirit. We have a Gruul Signet. Ooh, Foil Boros Signet. Love that. Old Border Lightning Helix. And a Legion War Boss. Mentor 2/2 that makes gobos. Dreadmalkin. Angelic Exaltation. Crackling Drake. Really good card. The Light Fiend. Herd Caller's Chant. Or Giant. Rising Populace. Which Signet are we missing? I'm going to guess. I think, off the top of my head, I think it's... I don't think we're missing one, actually. I'm trying to think of one. Let's see. We have Azorius. We have Orza. We have Boros. We have Selesnya. We have Dimir. That's blue-black, so we need blue-red, blue-green for Simic. Red, black-red, black-green. 3. Hey, look! We've got all of them! Hi, Cheddar! We are almost done opening. We got all the signets. I'm pretty sure that's an achievement. In case you want an update on the pools, Cheddar, we have some pretty banger ones. Along with the pretty women. Got a Blood Crypt and a Watery Grave. I would like at least one more Shockland. That would be like the tip of like, that would make everything pretty pog. I mean, hey! I asked for it. We got a breeding pool. Where's Parmesan? Say it and it shall be done. And a Blind Obedience. I like Blind Obedience in Commander. Stalking Vengeance. Civic Saber. Another Remand. Skullman Head. Becomes target of spell or ability. This seems bad. This seems really bad. Goblin Electromancer, or Sleep, Sinister Sabotage, Pinko's Command, Legionnaire, Burglar, Act of Treason. Alright. More packs. I guess I have to call more shots. You hit. You miss 100% of the shots you don't take. So, I would like a foil anime art of Teysa. That's like what I want. That's not the one I want the most. Obviously, like I would want a foil anime art of like a Cyclonic Rift or something. But like either a full art Shockland, which I don't know if you can get them in the draft boosters, or a foil anime art of Teysa. Those are the two that I'm like big on. Angel, Guildgate. No, like it's the wrong Orzhov guy. Anyway, it is a foil mythic Karlov of the Ghost Council, which is cool because this guy used to be, if I remember right, he was only in the black-white commander deck for a while. Whenever you gain life, put 2+1/+1 counters on him, and you remove 6 to exile target creature. Put him in the legendary pile. Ooh, Old Border Debt to the Debtless. Bottled Cloister? At the beginning of each player's upkeep, exile all cards from your hand face down. At the beginning of your upkeep, return all cards you... This seems bad. Is my brain just too small to like see how insane this card is? I feel like this card's just bad. Like it just sounds like a 4-mana, you draw a card in your upkeep, but you don't get to cast spells during your turn. Cartel Aristocrat, got one of those earlier. 2 arms! Hey, wait! This is bad! What's it called? Bottled Cloister. Bottled Cloister. It's like a little bottled thing of the city. It's just, like, I feel like there's some insane combo that goes with it, because it's that kind of, like, janky thing that no other card does, but I have no idea what you would do with it. Your Guildgate, Titanic Brawl, another bad card. Bop, 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 bop. Well, I'm glad you're entertained. I like entertaining people. Sapperling. Slayasnia Guildgate. Call the Conclave, but Old Border this time. Assemble the Legion. At the beginning of your upkeep, put a mustard counter on it. You make a 1/1 for each mustard counter. For mustard counters. Because obviously they're just looking for condiments. I'm funny, I swear. Real Mystic. Eyes everywhere. Is it Guildmage? We're Standing. Ezreal. Coiling Oracle. Zyvuthis. Skewer with Critics. Who'd have thunk? The Carney likes to entertain people. I'm pretty sure Carney's a slur. I'll need to ask Giggles. Hey, Giggles! Is Carney a slur? She didn't answer me. I think she's thinking it's a bit. It's not a bit! Oh, it's not. We're good. A couple more guild gates. Nobody's looking for you from my knowledge, Mustard. The Boros Legion might, though. Prime Speaker Zagana. 2 green, blue, blue. Draw a bunch of cards, get a bunch of counters. You know, like the Simic wants to do. Orzhov Enforcer. Another one of those fancy Voyager staffs. Rectus Guildmage. Grant Leatherhead. Just putting these in the piles now. because we have 5 packs left. Not that many. 5 packs is less than 36. This just in. See Apperling? Field Gate. Foil! Foil Thibblethip! Well, foil totally lost. But he's in foil, and he's in the art. It counts, right? Old Border Goblin Electromancer! He looks so cool! I love him. Repudiate and Replicate. Of course, the Simic would have to have, like, the weird words. Counter target activated triggered ability. You make a token that's a copy of target creature. I like cards that make weird tokens. Wasteland Viper, little Star Wars, we'll just put cards here. So, still no foil, full art, anime Tesa, unfortunately. Centaur, Guildgate, Old Border Copy Enchantment, Muddle and Mixture, Orzhov Enforcer, Finish Written of Obligation. Bop, 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 bop. Getting very efficient here. Winding down, trying to get the hits in now. Got a bird. We got a Boros Signet. Woo! Foil Sphinx's Revelation. If this was like 10 years ago, I'd be popping off. But now I think this is like, a little bit. The open... They've reached the gates! No! Back, you fiends! Back! Blooming Shaman. But Borgrig most enraged. Enemy of Pithing Needle. Putrefy, Demon Fire, Tetramander. That's a good one. I like that guy. And together, Borsley. Was it 20? No, it had to. No, it was 2013 then, right? So 11 years ago? Oh god, I'm old. What about Maka? We got a lot more legendaries in the second half of the box than the first one. Woo! Steam Vents! Woo! More Shocklands! Love Shocklands! Although, oddly enough, I think Steam Vents is like the one Shockland that I have a full copy of. Like, I have a full playset of it. Ooh, and a Birds of Paradise. Hunger Rebirth. That's a good one. I feel Predator. Azori Skilled Mage. More cards that we have seen most of these before. Big W for the Is It gang. Voja? Oh yeah, this is for Tolsmere Wolfblood. Golgari Signet. Foil Sky Knight Legionnaire. Like I said, I'll take all of these. Released in October 2012. I'm so old. Vindictive Vampire. Ooh! I forgot that there were some Planeswalkers at Rare. Kaya's rad. Ooh, Farseek. Quick and mention! That pack was insane. I think that was probably a really good... That pack was really good. At least in terms of, like, you know, if you're not pulling Mythics or Shocklands. Alright, everybody. Last pack. Put your predictions in the chat. What am I gonna get? What am I gonna get? What am I gonna get? Anime Pack Rat. That would be a pretty good one. Cyclonic Rift 2. No. Forest Guild Gate. Old Border Lazov. And I think Doo-Doo after that. Just, you know, the same things. So we've got some commons. We're going to put the commons there. Well, Not gonna lie, I think that pack was pretty fire. Not that pack. I think the box was pretty fire. So I'll put these legends off to the side. In terms of like fire hits that we got, Birds of Paradise is pretty good. We got a total of 2, 3, 4 Shocklands, Divine Visitation, Liliana, and Cyclonic Rift. Yeah, we only got the play set, which is unfortunate. Unless I missed one, I very well could have missed one. Let's see. I don't think I did, but I was going pretty quick through the packs later on. Nope. Doesn't look like it. Well, that's what I mean. Is like we got the regular playset, but we didn't get the infinite playset. So, yeah, I think this box was fire. But here's the thing, chat. I am not merely content with leaving these cards. Like, I would like to play with more than just these cards. So, I decided... no, the packs don't actually have basic lands. The packs... The basic land slot is replaced with the mana fixing slot, which either has the guild gates or clue stones. I don't think we opened any clue stones. Which is, like, good, because clue stones are bad. I don't know if clue stones are actually in there. Anyway, fresh take. So, I am not merely content with just playing the banger cards that we opened here, and just putting them in some random commander deck. So, what we're going to do, starting now, I'm going to, for each new set that comes out this year, I'm going to open a box of it on stream. We'll hang out. We'll do the cool stuff there. But I'm then going to take a commander deck that we have built on stream with only these cards and then augment it with each new set that comes out this year. So, for example, the next set that comes out is going to be Murders at Karlov Manor. We're going to open up a box of play boosters on stream. And then whatever deck that we build here today, we will mix and match, see what we got here, and see what we can get from there. Do not worry. I have a box here with my pretty women in some Card Kingdom. It's an old Tails I Win Heads You Lose box, but got some sleeves in there for the deck itself. And I have a BCW box where I'm going to be putting every single box of cards that I open here. In hindsight, I might need to open multiple, like I might need to get multiples of these boxes, but you know. And considering today we just opened up the Ravnica Remastered box, we can check that one off. This is all the sets that we know are coming out this year. So, you know, if there are more, I will put more stickers on this side. And in case you're worried that I'm going to be putting like Cyclonic Rift and stuff in like a cardboard box, I have a separate binder for this. I'll probably like find a proper thing to put on here to indicate that it is, in fact, my fancy thing. But, so, that leaves us with one important question. We opened Lazav, Gorborigmos, Prime Speaker Zagana, Karlov of the Ghost Council, Lavinia, Savra, Massacre Girl, and another Lazav. We'll probably play the Old Border Lazav if we play Lazav. Which commander do we build around? My gut tells me we play Karlov, but if we play one of the blue ones, we get to play Cyclonic Rift. And as a note, and if we play a black one, we get to play Liliana. Because keep in mind, for one, she is best girl by elimination, but she has actual competition now. And technically, Lazav can be a copy of Massacre Girl. Yeah, So we can only use these. I only want to use cards that I opened up. Yeah, none of them are Is It, which kind of blows. And we also can't use the shocklands that we opened. So these shocklands that we opened that would work are Water Grave and Breeding Pool. Those are the only ones that we opened. Sag, no Is It cards. Propaganda for other things. We have Copy Enchantment and Quasi Duplicate for blue cards. We have Divine Visitation if we want to do white tokens. Yes, it doesn't. So what's going to happen is we're going to have these cards off in like their own segment of my collection. But we every set we're going to like edit the deck. So if we open like a 3-color commander, we can revisit it and check it out. Life Game is a pretty safe thing to build around, yeah. But keep in mind, we're not stuck with these. If we open a different commander than Karlov, we can change that out. So let's take a look at what Karlov looks like. Realistically, let's be frank. I don't think we're playing Lavinia, because she's great, but I don't think she's a good commander. Massacre Girl can go in Karlov. I don't like the Savra. We don't really have like the sacrifice theme in these colors. But Borgaric we don't have enough land support. I think realistically it's between these three. Yes, I'm only doing 1 box per set. However, I am doing every set. So I will eventually have access to Soul Ring. I just have to wait until Fallout, and I have to open a collector's booster. On the one hand, I gotta buy a collector's booster. On the other hand, I get to open a collector's booster of Fallout. I'm gonna love that. See you later, El Hijo. Sorry you couldn't stick around in deck building. So, are we pretty solid on Karlov? Because, I think he's, probably the best that we can do. You have that white card turning token? If we can make tokens a sub-theme? We could try that. Let's see. Let's see what we got here. Luckily, we opened all of the sick nasty we got all the mana fixing. So we got... Oh, that's a good point. That's some propaganda for Prime Speaker Zagana. We opened Farsi and Birds of Paradise. We can't play as many pretty women here. But that's a hard... Oh, we can't play Cyclonic Rift if we don't play blue, guys. Oh, but we can play Liliana if we play black. Okay. Let's go through. Let's find all of the Orzhov cards we have here. Unfortunately, we are following the rules of Commander. So, no hybrid cards, nothing like that. Here's the thing. We may not have that many options of deck building other than picking what is the least bad. We are not, I don't think I want to put in the precons. I want to kind of give this the feel of, when you, used to back in the day, before, Commander precons came out, every set, actually, you would, open up your pack, and you'd be like, oh, this card would go great in the Commander deck. Or you would be like me and open up Melik in a pack of Dragon's Maze and be like, I am now addicted to this game forever. I want to try to kind of replicate that feeling. So we're going to see how that goes. I may do this and play it on a stream or something, and it just ends up being super bad. I'm looking for Orzhov cards. My brain had to catch up with the rest of me for a bit. We won't pull out that Morning Throw because we already have one. Ooh, we did get the rare. I missed that we got the rare. Ooh, and we got the Orzhov Guildmage. Orzhov Guildmage kind of goes brazy. Oh yeah, absolutely. If like that's the cool thing. It like I might just be like, hey, here's the deck that we have. Do you guys just want to build like this other legend that we opened? And if you got also, don't forget, play boosters have access to like the list and cards from like set boosters and stuff. Like, there's no more set booster exclusive commander cards, but there's stuff like I think they're putting like the secret layer like video game universes beyond stuff that's going in there. I'm pretty sure. Pretty sure I saw that somewhere. Orzhov Guildgate there. I think I put all of the guild gates here. Yeah, it's all guild gates. Uh, let's see. We're definitely playing Liliana. And we're definitely playing. Probably just gonna end up playing all of our rares. Maybe not Kaya. Definitely Blind Obedience. Uh, Probably Priest of the Forgotten Gods. We'll probably end up having to play that. Yeah, this is something that I wanted to do, and I plan on like editing this down and doing it like in a little more concise thing and making like flashy graphics and stuff for a YouTube video. But like, I want to like feel like I'm actually building a deck, and I'm not just like, hey, here's the commander. Put all the cards that EDH Rex says go good in this deck. This gives me a structure to build around. I will note one very important rule that I have. I am allowing myself infinite basics because this challenge would be over before it started if I did not. And also, like, everybody has basics. Alright. So, before we get into, like, the, like, to be honest, chef, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 playables that aren't the commander and a land. This is oh, and we have Divine Visitation. Because Liliana at the very least makes tokens. I don't think anything else here makes tokens, unfortunately. But I'm sure we have stuff here. Where's Kaya? Where did Kaya go? Oh, here she is. The thing about Kaya is, like, she's exile removal. She deals damage to target player to cards up pair owns in exile. You gain 2 life. Yeah, she probably goes in because of the life gain. She does gain life. That is important. And Karlov likes gaining life. Okay. Let's see. Let's get the things that make tokens and or gain life. Ignoring Bulwark Giant for now. We may still need to play her, but I would rather not if necessary. Fate's Fetters, that's a good one. That gains life. Rootborn Defenses populates so we can protect our tokens. Eyes in the Skies populates. Syndicate Messenger makes tokens. Ministrant of Obligation makes tokens. If we're making tokens, we probably want to play something that has Convoke in it. Basilica Guards has Extort, so that gains life technically. Keening Apparition is removal. Devouring Light's just good. Herbrist Protector technically makes tokens. Condemn is good. Talked about that earlier in the video. Extort wasn't the set. We have a Blind Obedience. So, I'm trying to see your message, Dragon Beard. My thing is, can we? There we go. My little idea would be trying to craft 2 decks this time, so next time we get a lot of. Oh heck, great! We can do that actually. The unfortunate thing is like, oh, we could make if we wanted to do 2 decks. The ideal there is actually we build Prime Speaker Zagana, because then we have blue-green and black-white so that they're not splitting colors. That's probably what we do there. Let's see. Oh, don't cross the streams? Do we not want to do that? Oh, okay. Oh, don't cross the streams and don't make the same... Yeah, we could definitely do that. There's a report that makes things... Tokens. Vindictive Vampire, very good. Disembowel's probably like removal that we have to play. Orzhov Enforcer. Undercity's Embrace, because we can gain life. Macabre Watts is technically card draw. Dreadmalkin's probably fine. Last Gaps is also technically removal. Maybe players upkeep. That player can't. At the beginning of each player's upkeep, that player sacrifices a creature. If the player can't, you sacrifice Woebringer Demon. I don't like this. We are not playing that card if I can avoid it. Sewer Chamber is probably just going to get in there. Dimir Houseguard, baller. Return turn creature. Mausoleum Turnkey is probably bad, but like, we probably just play it so that we have cards. Ill-Gotten Inheritance, that gains life. Plague Crafter, solid card. Golgari Thug dies with target creature card from your graveyard to the top of your library. No. And obviously, we have to play. I put the Vindictive Vampire in, like one from before. See, we have the old border one. Instead of this Dimir Houseguard, we're going to play the fancy one. Okay, so I think this is like all of the light cards that I go over, and I'm like, these are immediately playable. So how many do we have? Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Let's see what we got here. We might need to play Bottled Cloister and Seal of the Guild Pact. And maybe a Sword of Perunes. We do kind of... The one downside to this is we are at the mercy of what we opened. So, if we opened doo-doo garbage trash, we get to play doo-doo garbage trash. Blink is probably pretty good, since we have some ETBs here. We're probably going to end up playing in both. Yeah, see. Did I say seal? Seal of what? Am I blind? Seal... Oh, Seal of the Guild Pact, right. 3, 6, 9. So we're currently at almost 40 playables. 40 playables. 3, 6, 9, 10, yeah. Okay. That's not ideal. But let's see what we have in terms of... I think we need to go through and we need to take some of the worst cards from here. Because I think I skipped over some. I might not have. We might just not have enough cards to build Orzhov yet. That might be the thing that holds us back, is that we just can't play it because we don't have enough cards. Because, like, I would be okay running 40 lands, especially in a deck like this. Probably even, like, 42, 43. But, like, I'm not running, like, 50 lands. That's a little sketchy. Alright, so let's start looking at the dregs. If Azorius Arrestor... whenever another creature or planeswalker... Oh! This one's probably just fine. A Rising Populace. Uh, 2 arms draws a card. Sunhome Stalwart has First Strike. Bulwark Giant probably just gets in. Angelic Exaltation might be good. Gets +X where X is the number of creatures you control. Summary Judgment destroys a creature, sometimes, maybe, probably. The next one damage. I would like to avoid playing that card if I can do so. Azorius Justicar. Mistral Charger. Blade Brand, Stab Wound. Blade Juggler. Blade Juggler's probably fine. Shadow Alley Denizen. Mephitic Vapors can sometimes do something good. I think that's like, I think we kind of picked up everything that we could. I don't think I put in a Golgari Thug. It's fine. Okay. This makes our playable card count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 5. So this would bring us to 45 lands. 45, 44, 43, 42? I mean, yeah? Did I put in the Orzhov Signet yet? Is it in here somewhere? I don't see it. Oh, did we get it? Did we get to 41? Oh, we're at 41 lands, chat. Bam! 41. Yeah, the artifacts we have, I think I've already put in the Voyager Staff and the Civic Saber, which are the ones that I can think like, oh yeah, these are just like easy ones. Other ones we have are a Silent Dart, which deals 3 damage to target creature, which is for 4 mana. I don't want to do that. 4 mana 06 Defender, put target card from a graveyard on the bottom of its owner's library. We're not playing Grenzo Dungeon Warden, so this card's not that good. And we have Gate Colossus, which costs at least 7 in this deck, so we're not doing that. But yeah, we have 41 with this, and then some basics with this. So let's put these off to the side and get to work on the Cynic deck. And maybe in time, because it sounds like it's storming around these parts. It's not good. Okay. Let's find our blue-green stuff. We have a Void Slime, Birds of Paradise, Copy Enchantment, Repudiate, Replicate, Quasi-Duplicate, Simic Signet. We have, luckily we have a Breeding Pool, the Cyclonic Rift, Farm Speaker Zagana, and we have, I know I pulled a fancy Guild Gate. Let's find the fancy one. Some Guild Gate. Alright. Now, let's find playables. Repeal is probably fine. Radical Idea is okay. Keymaster Rogue is necessary. I'm playing Quicken no matter what any of you say. Tetramander's good. Cloudfin Raptor's good, but we're going to find the other one. Eyes everywhere might be fine. Like, it might be cute, but it also might just be fine. Kyora's Dambreaker, because we do have +1 counter stuff. 100 bucks to creature may turn. Do we want a 3-mana transmute thing? That might actually just be fine. Julian Sphinx, Pulse Research, Nightveil Sprite. Downs. We'll put that one on the chopping block. Helium Squirter, even though I hate saying it. Murmuring Mystic is good. And before I forget, let's go look at the multicolored cards. Boiling Oracle, fantastic. Frilled Mystic. Merfolk of the Depths. From target creature to another target with the same controller. Texture. I'm not playing the Simic Guildmage. It's a 2-mana 2/2. And we can... Hopefully we can do better than that, chat. Let's see here. Running out of cards. We're gonna put the fancy one in. Always put the fancy one in, chat. There's a lot of cards in this set. Like, a lot of cards. Let's see. That's all of them. And now to look at the green cards. Let's see what we got for green cards. We definitely want things with Riot because Prime Speaker Zagana adds counters. And together Farseat. Fungal Rebirth? Target permanent from your graveyard. That's regrowth. That's fine. Looming Shaman, target permanent. We'll skip it for now. Royal. Titanic Brawl. We won't put in Wasteland Viper if we can afford to not. Rampaging Guy. Drudge Beetle because we like counters. Experiment 1 because we like counters. Ledgewalker because we want to put counters on it and make it to where our opponents can't deal with it. Did I put the Farseek in? Yep, there's a Farseek. Motorvine Cloak's probably fine. Gather Courage is fine. Utopia Sprawl. Yeah, I think this deck is just going to be the better deck. Because we actually have ramp and cards to do things with. Let's see what we got. Putting the cards together in my hands. Putting these off to the side. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 11, 10. 3, 6, 9, 10. 3, 6, 9, 10. 3, 6, 9, 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, we're already at 45 without going into, like, the dregs of society. So now we have to go into the dregs of society. But luckily, we have some persistent petitioners who can fill out. Do we do this, chat? Like, it fills in space, sure, but, like, it's... These are bad. These cards aren't good. At least not here. I'm hearing a do it. We've got do it's. Okay, yep. Okay. Also, we can kind of make tokens with it, so maybe we do something with that. I don't think I put a leapfrog in, so we probably do that. Put the downsize in. It's 4. That's 10. I think I put all these in already. We kind of put... Our blue is kind of nasty. A mesmerist just to have one. Put in the Loaming Shaman for some graveyard hate. Wasteland Viper for the Death Touch. Fists of Ironwood to give trample. Siege Worm because it's big. It's like a dire chat. Worm? Did we put a Worm Coil? Did we put this card in there already? I don't think we did. Yeah, I think we... I don't think I saw one. Not in these piles. Doesn't look like it. Nope, nothing there. Nope, looks like we're good in terms of singles. Like we have one ofs. Let's see. Any of these are... Oh yeah, we can put in the Voyager Staff and the Civic Saber. Like, these aren't... Again, keep in mind, guys. Will this win games? Probably not. Not until we get, like, 3 or 4 sets in. And definitely once we hit, like... Once we get to the Fallout Collector's Boosters, we'll definitely have a bunch more tools to work with. Because ideally, we'll open up at least 1 Soul Ring and 1 Arcane Signet. That, like, makes any deck somewhat viable, at least. 4, 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We gotta put the commander in. 3, 6, 9, 10. 3, 6, 9, 10. 3, 6, 9, 10. 3, 6, 9, 10. 4, 8, 9. So that is 59. 41 lands? And that's probably ideal given how, like, janky the deck is. Seems fine, chat, right? I'm not crazy? Well, not totally crazy. It's not bad in green-blue. And let me run through some highlights of this deck with you guys. The stuff that we have to ramp into is not that good. But in terms of ramp, we have stuff like... We have, like, actual real commander cards, like Farseek, like Farseek, like Farseek, like Farseek, like Farseek, like Simic Signet, like Birds of Paradise, Coiling Oracle is sometimes ramp, Utopia Sprawl. Like, these are real cards that people would play in their decks. And then there's a bunch of garbage. And there's also, like, if this... Like, I just want to show something off. And it also, I guess, is slightly indicative of the, like, limited format that this set is in. It does need more big, but I don't think we opened any more big. Like, I am playing all of the big that we have, which is not a lot of big. I wish we had more big. Like, I'm playing Cerulean Sphinx. There's only so much big that can happen. Small big. Small number big. But like, we're playing some of the cards that are like the most hated things in Commander. Which is just a bunch, like, I want y'all to look at this and just like feel the souls of our enemies fading to dust. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 counterspells and a Cyclonic Rift. Like, this is gonna be miserable to play against. Luckily, I don't have to play against it. I'll probably subject it to some streamer's pod and be like, hey, you want to try this out? It would have probably been better if I got like a bunch of people on board to like stream with me and like do it with me, but like, maybe next year. If I'm still around next year. I'll probably still be around next year, honestly. Like, I like doing this stuff too much. Even if I don't get paid for it and don't have a lot of time for it, like, you know, I like this sort of thing. So we have these two decks. I guess what I'll need to do is, I'll need to get I'm gonna take these out of the sleeves. You may gasp at your most recent, you may gasp as, is necessary. But I will put these different sleeves in different boxes and we'll have them off to the side. And the rest of the rares, I will put off to, I'll put in the binder if they're, like, playable. Like, we'll figure out which ones are playable in a bit, see which ones that we want to put in the binder. And the rest are going to go in the box. And what I want to do before we do that is kind of go through the colors and get the ones that are, like, stuff that we, like, might conceivably play and bring those to the front. And then split. We need to split the chaff from the gaff. Gaff meaning good stuff? Question mark? Alright. So, let's see. We have this. We have this. And I will put these off to the side. And I will update you guys, probably on Twitter, maybe on YouTube, when we get these done fully. And I will be editing something like this, so that we have, like, you know, a posterity sort of thing. Alright, we definitely want to put the signets. We definitely probably want to put the rares in the binder. We want to put the signets up front. Definitely putting the shocklands there. Do we want to have, like, a separate place to put the legendaries? I'll probably put them in the back of the binder. That way that, like, they're separate and then we can easily reference these. Yeah, that sounds like a good idea. Good job, me. So let's take a look at through these colors and see stuff that's like, we look at them and we're like, okay, that is playable in Commander, and I'm not, like, stretching the definition of playable to do so. Like Rootborn Defenses, Faith's Fetters. Unironically, this is probably, like, fine. After reading Rising Populace, I think it's probably fine if we had, like, some sort of sacrifice strategy. Let me know if y'all see anything that you're like, you're wrong, that's playable. This one's instant. Probably for, like, the first couple of sets, we can probably afford that one. Devouring Light's good. Keening Apparition might just be fine for a while. For a while. We have Synergy Sabotage. What do we think about Cloudfin Raptor? I don't know how good this card is in, like, it's great in limited. How good is it in, like, it's basically making it so without everything we play has, like, this benefit, but, like, I talked myself out of it. I think Drift of Phantasms is probably going to be good because unless they print like Rim Tutor or something in one of these upcoming sets, or like if they have some kind of crazy tutor that gets printed, we're not going to have a lot of tutoring effects. So transmute stuff is actually pretty big. That's my logic, at least. Everyone's saying we just casually put Quicken into the playable cards. Let me cope, chat. Let me cope and believe in my hopes and dreams. I know it's not good, but I'm putting it in there anyway. I made a whole video about this. Demir House Guard is probably good enough. Undercity's Embrace is not that bad. Neither is Macabre Waltz in terms of a limited thing. Disembowel's an instant, so it's probably fine. Same with Last Gasp. None of these other ones I'm really psyched to play. Yeah. Ill-Gotten Inheritance too. Golgari Thug as well. Like, Golgari Thug if we can find, like, some sort of, like, graveyardy sort of deal. Honestly, I'm not expecting that much from a red. In terms of, like, playable things in Commander. A lot of these are, like we can justify some of these, like, token producers and stuff. But these are kind of stretching it. Stalking Vengeance is actually really good if we had, like, a ramp. Like a ramp strategy. But I don't think we really have access to that right now. Gutter Snipe, Hog. Burning Prophet probably sees play if we're playing Gutter Snipe. Yep. As expected, red kind of, red does not have a lot of productive things in... Like, red didn't start getting really good commander cards until fairly recently. And most of these cards are from, like, before COVID happened. So, like, you know, not that good. Band Together's probably okay. Sprouting Renewal's actively good. There's probably tokens, counter stuff, so we should play that. Burrow Kaiser, Sprouting Renewal. Farseek. I think the Sledgewalker could pop off if we get enough, like, enchantments and stuff. And I think forced adaptation sometimes just wins you games. If we can find, like, any way to, like, double that kind of stuff. And finally, we have some of the multicolored cards. There's probably a lot of things in this that I'll justify as like, well, you could play that. Because a lot of them are pretty playable. Because that's how multicolored cards just kind of have to be. I'll still consider these a guild mage, even though, like, it's not that good. Like, if we get, like, the right, if we get the right, like, deck for it, we could definitely try to play it. Boros Guild Mage? Gives haste and first strike. If we're playing Boros, we probably play it. That's my thought process behind these is, like, if I look at these, do I instantly go, like, yes, I want to play it? If the answer is no, then we don't play it. If the answer is yes, then we try to play it. Early on, I think we play Moroi. Like, until we get something that's, like, just better, I think we still play Moroi. what I like about starting with with the Ravnica Remastered stuff is that there's a lot of just like playable stuff for multicolored strategies. Like it lets us it gives us a base to build off of that's not just like say we started with like a core set. How often are they going to have a bunch of multicolored legendaries in that set and shocklands? Like we got the shocklands that we have and we have access to those for the whole year. Alright, I think that's all of the playable stuff that I can find. If I missed any, please comment, let me know. Hit me up on Twitter, at me over there. And I think with that said, I'm going to go over to the Just Chatting stream. Thank you all so very much for tuning in. I had like a lot of people show up and we hung out. I know like 5 of those people were bots, but like, you know, I'm existent enough that bots care to bother me. You know, that's probably something. Anyway, thank you all so very much for watching and sticking around. I can't say when I'll do another stream anytime soon. Probably within like the next, at the very least, the next month or so. Since, you know, Markov Manor's, not Markov, Karlov Manor's like in like a couple weeks. But what I would like to do is I'm going to try to fit into a Commander game on stream and try to get a couple games with these decks in before then. And then I'll open up the thing on stream and we'll come back here and we'll see how it all goes. But for now, thank you all so very much for watching. And until next time, au revoir.